You know I'm going to talk about it. You know damn well I'm going to talk about it. So hell, I'm already talking about it right now. Just look at this clip. You know, credit to that person who was actually right next to me during Kathryn's and Julia's performances in that Film Expo event in, was it the LA Convention Center? Credit to that person who actually recorded it, because all that footage was captured when I waved. Yeah, my hand was showing right there, as you can see that. If you want to see it again, yeah, you can see it right there, just for like a glimpse of it. And she saw my hand. She waved at me, and like towards the end of that price tag song, she actually gave me a high five. And I went out and said, yeah. And after that, I just went totally ballistic. Yeah, I know. That's just got to be one of the best moments of my life, to have seen one of my idols ever in person. And it had to be Julia and Kathryn. And the fact that I saw them again a week after, you know, up close, actually. I got to see him up close performing. And you know what? On that day, I gotta tell you, man, it was so crazy. I mean, you could even hear me. My voice was heard so loudly while Kathryn was singing that price tag song. And and I went out to scream, "Go, Kathryn!" That was clearly my voice right there. And even saying it now, that was so clearly my voice. Oh my God. I was so lucky that person next to me, credit to her or him, because that person was actually next to me when he or she recorded all of Kathryn's performance when she sang the price tag song. And boy, oh boy, it's still up there to this day, man. Woo! What a moment, dude. But let's just be honest. I mean, as great as that hangout was, that adventure, when I was in that Film Expo to see Julia and Kathryn again, or the second time, I think Kathryn got my shine. Realistically, even though Julia Montes is more my favorite than Kathryn, I idolize Julia a lot more because I followed her career a lot more closely, right? But honestly, I think Kathryn got my shine. She got the spotlight for me, as far as satisfaction and in that event. Even though I love Julia more, Kathryn just stole the spotlight this time. She just appeared to me a lot more friendly. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that Julia wasn't friendly, but I think Kathryn just came out a lot more friendly. She totally looked more approachable. Even at the part of the meet and greet, when it was my time, like I showed these guys. I brought my sketchbook with me because I know right after they went to Universal, they actually went to Disneyland, and I saw on Twitter, I think Julia's Twitter, that they went to Disneyland. I remember she said in there that they were tired, or she was tired, or something like that. So I showed them my sketch of Space Mountain, and even I heard Kathryn was talking to her friend Julia about it, her best friend. It's like, oh my God, that's Space Mountain. And so Kathryn, I had her sign on that Space Mountain sketch. And I still have it to this day. It's showing right there in the thumbnail. Just look at it. You can take a look at it up close right here on a separate image. Yeah. And it's still there. And as for Mara, I had her sign on the back. And with that happy face. And it's still there. They're forever there. They've been there since 2011. They're not lost. What a moment, dude. This has got to be a better moment for me. I know I've said Universal was one of the best moments yeah, seeing them in person, but I didn't get to see them up close until, the following weekend. Who did I find out from? I think it was from one of the people when I was in Universal. And I found out there. So I made a note to make sure that I was going to see them again. And I did. So, yeah, man. What a moment. It's just got to be the best moment I've ever had to see Julia and Kathryn. And it had to be them. It wasn't Marriage. It wasn't Sarah. It wasn't Maha. It wasn't Empress. It wasn't, hell, it wasn't even Eliza Pineda. It wasn't even, damn. It had to be them. Just amazing. Just considering that I just barely idolized these guys, just earlier in the year, 2011, just from watching Mara Clara at the time that they were still, doing filming for the show. They're still doing episodes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this is my shining moment. It's just this is not the best one. Unfortunately, I was able to get a ride over there, and I had to ask Nathan, to take me there, and he was my ride for the entire trip. So thank God for him, and he's still my brother to this day, giving me some advice about actually, first of all, congratulating me on my raise. And I'll talk about that on the next video. As far as my raise is concerned, because I barely got it today. I'll talk about that. But yeah, so Nathan praised me and just gave me some more advice as far as actually looking for recruiters, and he gave me a lot of tips, man. A lot of helpful tips as far as the job hunting is concerned. About the popular sites like Indeed and ZipRecruiter, Glassdoor were very, very high in demand, very high competitive job sites, right? So he suggested that I look at job recruiters, tell them I graduated from Cal State Fullerton and all that. I think I'm gonna take his word for it. That I might get a better chance there, because not a lot of people look on the job board. That's actually how Rico got this job, the one that I'm still in. So yeah, right from the job board. But getting back to this topic, dude. Yeah, this one right here just sealed 2011 for me, the best year ever. And of course, the next one was 2018. My next title, when I saw Sarah at the airport. But this one, whoo, I gotta talk about what was more significantly accomplished. I'll talk about that sometime, because I've given this some thought a long time ago, and I just thought I'd maybe I'll make that as my next podcast for some time. Not today, but sometime. Which accomplishment seemed a lot more significant? Was it seeing Julia and Kathryn in May 2011 the best year, or was it Sarah in 2018 when I started the LAX? So, after this moment, boy, oh boy, that just pretty much sealed what appears to be the best year in 2011. I think, I'm trying to remember the last time I had a best year. I think 2008 was pretty good, but 2005 you can argue, because I did graduate from high school, but you can't argue it any better than 2011, man. This has got to be my my shining moment right here, even though Kathryn stole the spotlight this one, but just look at the picture right here. Yeah, I was using that old ass camera, but if I had a smartphone, then I would have been able to, get a much clearer pic. But I still have that picture to this day. It just looks so blurry. But if I had the smartphone, then hell yeah, it would have looked much better. It would have been smiles. You could see me smiling with Kathryn and Julia right there, right? So, yeah, but yeah, dude, it's a lot more to say on this one, but I'm just very, very blessed to have a moment like this. I know I was by myself in that arena at the convention center, because I know Nathan went out to buy a drink somewhere. I think it was somewhere in close to Staples Center. But yeah, so I gotta thank the brother, man, for helping me out. I think, did I give him gas money? I'm trying to, but yeah, it's but for the most part, it was I couldn't thank him enough for the job that he's done. Being the driver, and I might have given him gas money, but that's just years ago, dude. But anyways, September 24th, 2011, another day to remember. Hell, another JulKath moment to remember. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know when I'll be seeing them again in person. I know I saw them, believe it or not, I think 4 times already. The one in Universal for one couple million ago, obviously the Film Expo like a week after, and then the following year, 2012, at the Star Magic, was it meet and greet, and then their concert, and I saw Kathryn again in 2014. So for Kathryn, it was 5 times. When she was, last time I saw her was in ASAP Live in LA. That was back in 2014 in October. And for Julia, it was 4 times. So will I see them again in person? I'm not sure. I'm not even thinking like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fast forward, it's already year 2025, and I know back in 2011, 2012, 2013, I was still all over my idols, Erich and JulKath and Sarah to an extent, right? But nowadays it's like my whole world changed to the point where I'm just not like that anymore. I don't drool like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I got my circle of friends. I got my own issues to deal with. I got a lot of priorities, and obviously I'm trying to escape my dump for the longest time now. I got a few best friends. I got a lot of, it's my social circle is just different now. You know what I'm saying? So it's at the point where, I'm still gonna love them no matter what. Julia, Kathryn, Erich, Sarah, Maha, Empress. You know what I'm saying? Just it's just not in the same degree that it was before. But I gotta tell you, man, right after I saw Julia and Kathryn up close, man, I just slid on the ground, and I couldn't even help myself. I was just going crazy the whole time I saw them. Even when I had the high five with Kathryn, it was I just felt so insane. And rightfully so. That was just a moment to remember. I don't even know if I'm gonna see them anymore. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? It's like now I'm just really trying to, to just work on a lot of things, and with the way this year has been going for me, it's just one problem after another, and just a lot of fixing things. So this is one of those moments I'll never ever forget, even if it's like exactly 20 years from that very day. So I just thought I'd share this. I know I've shared this moment a whole lot, almost every year. Same with the Universal one, just because it's JulKath, and I'm pretty much a big fan of them, right? Still am to this day. But that's all I gotta say, man. I don't want to make this video too long. So that being said, let me know what you guys think. Peace.